Good morning, students. My name is Manoj Sharma, and today we will start a new chapter, surface chemistry. So, in surface chemistry, first of all, what it is? The surface chemistry is that branch of chemistry which deals with study of phenomena occurring at the surface or intersurface. You can say what is surface or intersurface? At the boundaries separating two bulk phase. You can see that there is a gas phase and this is a solution or liquid phase. So these two bulk phases have their boundaries. This point is called as the interface. So the phenomena which is occurring at the interface is called as the study is called as the surface chemistry. Now first of all, what is adsorption? In this surface chemistry we will study about the adsorption. See, adsorption means, I can explain the adsorption with the help of an activity. We have taken one piece of silica gel, this green color, and one piece of this anhydrous calcium chloride, this yellow one you can say, and we have taken these two pieces in a chamber. This chamber has what is gas. This gas is given as the adsorbate, you can say, and this adsorbate, this gas is water vapor, you can say. In a closed vessel we have taken. After some time you will see that these water vapors which are pink color, they will just enter into the anhydrous calcium chloride inside, and they will just remain attached to themselves on the surface of silica gel. So in the case of silica gel, they will attach on the surface. You can say they are showing adsorption. And in the case of anhydrous calcium chloride, they will go inside the anhydrous calcium chloride. It means what they are doing? They are showing absorption. So when the particle will go inner side of a substance, that process is called absorption. If the particle will stick to the upper surface, it is called absorption. Okay. Now the phenomena of attracting and retaining the molecule of a substance on the surface of a liquid or solid, resulting into a higher concentration of the molecule on the surface, is called adsorption. The substance absorbed on the surface is called adsorbate. For example, in this case, these water vapors are adsorbate, you can say. And the substance on which adsorbate is adsorbed is called adsorbent, and in this case this silica gel is a adsorbent. Sometimes when we are removing the adsorbed substance from adsorbent, it is called desorption. So we have studied three things. What is adsorption, what is adsorbate, what is adsorbent. So this silica gel is the substance on which adsorption take place. It is called adsorbent, and these water vapors will adsorb over the silica gel, so they are called as adsorbate. Now there is a basic difference between adsorption and absorption. Adsorption is a surface phenomena because it takes place on the surface of adsorbent, and absorption is a bulk phenomena because it will take place throughout the body of material. In adsorption, the concentration on the surface of adsorbent is more than in bulk, and in case of absorption it is same everywhere. In the case of absorption, rate of absorption is high in the beginning and decreases till equilibrium is attained, and in absorption the rate remains same. Now evidence of absorption, I am just giving you homework. Now what is mechanism of adsorption? You can see this is the interface, this is a liquid and this is a gases. When any particle is present in the liquid, the force applied on the particle of the liquid is same on all sides. If one force this side, then similar force is in opposite sides. If one force this side, similar force is in this side also. If one force this side, similar opposite force applied on this side also. If one force this side, other opposite force and same will apply to the opposite direction. It means in the bulk of a or inner side of a liquid, the force is same in all the direction. So it will experience same force from all the direction. But on the interface or on the surface of a liquid, you can see if this particle will get the force from this side, the other force will be getting from the gas side, but the gaseous particle give the less strong force as compared to liquid particle. So the force is more toward the liquid, less toward the gas. That's why the adsorption phenomena will take place on the surface, because the liquid particle or solution particle will provide more strong forces as comparison to the forces in the gases. So this is the case of adsorption. Now there is a positive and negative adsorption. When the concentration of adsorbate, which will come and which will adsorb on the surface of adsorbent, is more than the inner side or bulk, it is called positive adsorption. If the concentration of adsorbate increases in the bulk after adsorption, it is called negative adsorption. Okay, so this is a positive and negative adsorption. Now there are two types of adsorption: physical adsorption, chemical adsorption. The force operating in the adsorbate and absorbent is weak, van der Waals force of attraction, so that is called physical adsorption. And the force operating between the adsorbate and adsorbent is similar to a chemical bond, that is called chemical adsorption. Here the heat release is very low, heat release is very high. No compound formation take place in the physical adsorption, surface compound will be formed. It does not require any energy to start the process, it required energy. This process is reversible, this process is irreversible. It is not specific in nature. Any adsorbent can adsorb on any adsorbent. It is specific in nature. Particular kind of absorbent and particular kind of adsorbate are required. It forms so many layers, one over each other, multimolecular layers. It forms only one layer. You can say unimolecular layer will be formed. Now we have a one kind of a graph. This is called Fresnel adsorption isotherm. It will take place at It will take place at constant temperature. We have X by M. This X is a amount of gas which is called adsorbate. This M is a 1 gram of adsorbent. So X by M is a amount of gas adsorbed per gram of the adsorbent. And we will just want to see how much gas is adsorbed in the 1 gram of adsorbent with the change of pressure. So this side we will take a pressure. So we divide this graph into three parts: O to A to B, and beyond B. At low pressure OA, X by M is directly proportional to pressure. So this graph is a straight line. X by M is equal to constant into P1, you can see. At intermediate rate A to B, X by M directly proportional to P raised to power 1 by N, and the value of N will be 0 to 1, you can see. At high pressure beyond B, X by M directly proportional to P naught, and P naught is always constant. So X by M directly proportional to constant into P naught. So this is the adsorption isotherm at constant temperature and adsorption at constant pressure. It means X by M, when we see how it vary with the temperature at a constant pressure, that is called adsorption isobar. That you will do as a homework. Now application of adsorption. In gas mask, we know that device is used to absorb the poisonous gases, absorbent, and provide pure air for breathing. Classification of sugar. In sugar solution, this will adsorb undesirable color matter from the solution, and we will get the charcoal powder. This white sugar we will get. This sugar solution, from the sugar solution, undesirable color matter will be adsorbed by the charcoal powder, and from the sugar solution we will get the white sugar. Silica gel absorb moisture from air, drug absorb the germ and kill them. In the froth flotation process that you study in your lower classes, PBS and pine oil plus water is used. So ore particle will adsorb on froth. Now, what is catalysis? We know that a catalyst is a substance which will change the speed of chemical reaction without itself undergoing any change in its property at the end of the reaction, and the phenomena is called catalysis. So catalyst is a substance which will increase the speed of chemical reaction without participating in it, and it will change the property and change in its property at the end of the reaction, and this phenomena is called catalysis. It means catalyst is a substance which itself will not participate in the reaction but increase the speed of a reaction. If it will increase the speed of reaction, that is called positive catalyst. If it will decrease the speed of a reaction, that is called negative catalyst. The process is called the positive catalysis and negative catalysis. For example, SO2 will convert to SO3 in the presence of NO or vanadium pentoxide. This is example of positive catalysis, and these are the example of positive catalyst. Hydrogen peroxide will take place in the presence of glycerol, and H2O2 will convert to H2 plus O2. This is the example of negative catalyst. Some substance like arsenic, carbon monoxide, they will lower the activity of catalyst, are called catalytic poisons, and some substance increase the activity of a catalyst are called promoter. So this was today's class. Thank you.